Hey guys, James here at TCG University, coming back at you with another deck profile. This time we're going to be doing Baykko to continue the Yu Yu Hakusho fanboy decks I've created. So let's get into it. Baykko is a 538 with air, earth, and fire. He has 3 abilities. E once per turn. If you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, add 1 card from your discard pile to the top of your deck. E, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Your attack gets a damage bonus equal to the highest printed difficulty on a foundation in your staging area. And then E, your attack, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Your opponent flips 1 foundation. We're going to go to the foundations. We're playing 4 of his energy absorption. You can mill 3, and if you have more vitality, which there's only one other character with more vitality than Baykko, which is Goro. So as long as you're not playing against Goro yourself, you can give +2 or -2 damage. It also has an R check of 4. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, gain 1 vitality. Only playable if you have a hand size of 5 or less, which you do. So you get to kind of keep your life, keep your 38 vitality as a bigger number, and you get to give more damage or take less damage. So that's pretty nice. And then we're playing for the massive size. It's a 5 diff, 5 control with a 2 mid block. If you have more vitality than your opponent, just more vitality. That's pretty neat. If you're ever down in vitality, you will not get to use this. But I think that's really cool. That's some bad wording that they may fix, or that it was intended. But so like if you have more vitality, it's a 3 diff basically. But it's a 5 diff, so it gives 5 damage because of your Baykko's ability. It also has the ability E commit. This attack is +X damage. X equals 10 minus your hand size. So it also gives 5 damage because Baykko is a 5-hander. So it's just a big, beefy card for your deck. We're playing 4 of the second Saintly Beast. It's a 2/5 with a 3 high block. Breaker 1. E once per turn, discard the top 3 cards. This attack is +2 or -2 speed. Deadlock E, your opponent flips 1 foundation, so it doubles down on his flip at deadlock, and it also gives speed if you need speed. We're playing 3 of his Thunderous Roar. E commit. Your attack is +1 speed for each of your opponent's face downs. If you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, gets an additional +1 speed for each of your opponent's face downs. So you give just a lot of speed to one big attack if that's really what you're intending. And we play 3 of it just because, like, if you do get them all on board, that's a lot of speed you can give something. Especially when you get to flip a lot of things. We're playing 4 Toughest Punk in Junior High. It's really simple. It just says R flip before you would take damage from an attack. Reduce the damage you would take by 3. This is very good because it works with energy absorption. If you reduce a 4 damage attack by 3 and you take 1, you get to gain 1. And then if you happen to have 4 of these on board after you take 1, you can gain 4, and you've practically gained 3 off of that 1 attack, as long as you check well and you pass all these stuff and whatnot. But I think that's very, very, very good. And this card getting printed again, basically, because it used to be a card called Walagoro, basically, is very, very good. Take note that Overly Dramatic won't cancel this. You're not reducing the damage of an attack. You're reducing the damage you would take from an attack. So instead of taking 5, you take 2, but you're not reducing the damage of the attack. You're reducing the damage you would take. We're playing 4 Solemn Exorcism. I love this card in 5-handers. It's a spam with a 2 high block. After you block a weapon card with it, it gets Breaker 2. It's just E commit. If you have no cards in hand, draw a card. It lets you overextend on building with Baykko and then just get to draw cards for blocks. It's really nice. We're playing 3 Puppet of the Cursor. It's a 2/4 with a 2 low block. Just lets us build more cards, and our opponent can flip cards to cancel, which if they choose to, kind of just works into our deck. We're playing 4 Voice in the Dark. Lets us take less damage, lets us get rid of problem momentum, stuff like that. 1 Castaway and Forgotten lets us seal opponent's cards by using our momentum. Folktale Storyteller lets us build on block or mill more cards for Baykko himself. And then 1 Snake Becomes the Dragon. E commit. This attack gets -2 speed for each of your opponent's face downs. So we flip cards with our opponent's cards, and we get to use it as a cool blocking mechanism for later. Then we'll get into the actions. We're playing 3 Dark Tournament Looms. This lets us add 1 of our cards from our momentum to our hand, and then we get to draw a card. So anytime one of these deals damage, we'll just add to our momentum and then draw a cool card. We're playing 2 Requiem. This card has 2 abilities. It's a unique weapon. Asset. It's a 3 diff with a 6 control. E, once per turn, this attack gets +1 damage for each of your opponent's face down foundations. And then E, commit. This attack gets -1 damage for each of your opponent's face down foundations. Your opponent may flip 1 foundation to cancel this ability. So you kind of just force your opponent to flip more. It gives more damage if we need it. And then we can give, we give more damage if we need it. It's really, really good. Then we'll get into the attacks. We're playing 4 Beast Summoning. This one's very good. It's just lose 4 Vitality, pick up another Beast Summoning from our discard pile. And because we mill, it's very easy to get to it. And then for the other ability, if you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, ready 1 printed 3, 4, or 5 difficulty foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. So we get to ready any of our massive size, our cool thunderous roar, stuff like that. Then we're playing Massive Blow. It's a powerful 3 stun 1, 3 high for 8. It's a 5 diff, 3 control. E, discard the top 3 cards of your deck if your print vitality is greater than your opponent, which unless you're playing Goro or a mirror match, this attackable gets +2 to its powerful rating, making it a powerful 5, and your opponent will be forced to flip a foundation. So you kind of just start flipping your opponent's staging area. This one's in one of your good targets to flip or use for stuff like your second Saintly Beast and stuff like that, just to make sure it goes through. Because starting out with a base 8 damage is just nuts. We're playing 4 Tiger Claws. It's a breaker 1, 3 mid for 3, 3 diff, 3 control, 1 mid block. E, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. This attack gets a speed bonus equal to the highest difficulty, printed difficulty on a foundation in your staging area. So the highest you can have in our deck is the 5 diff. So it can get up to being an 8 for 3. And then E, lose 2 vitality, your opponent flips 1 foundation. So like we can make this like an 8 for 8 with Baykko, which is just nuts. We're playing 3 Tiger Scream. It's a 6/2, 3 mid for 6, 1 mid block, range save stun 1. If you have 30 or more cards in your discard pile, it gets -1 difficulty, making it a 5/2. Then its 2 abilities are E, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. This attack gets +4 damage. X equals the printed difficulty of all the cards discard this way. So you beef this thing up as much as possible as your last card. And then E, flip one of your opponent's foundations. You get to choose that. So you get rid of their speed hate. And this is also a very good target for your second Saintly Beast and whatnot. Then we're playing 3 Rook Splitter. It's a powerful 2, stun 2, 4 mid for 5, 5 diff with a 1 high block, 3 check. E, your opponent flips 2 foundations. Your opponent may discard 1 card to cancel this effect. So this is a very good card because we force our opponent to flip more foundations. And if not, they discard cards from their hand. And if they discard and they have no cards left in hand, it just gives us the option to just super pump Tiger Scream, super pump Massive Blow, and just kind of try to blow our opponent out. So guys, that was the profile on Baykko. If you liked it, make sure to comment, share, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCG University. And as always, stay learned.